Hello, beautiful Seren stars, and welcome to today's reading. And I am apologizing for not being here. What is it, a week now? Over a week. Had lots going on. I haven't had little fib. I haven't had lots going on, but I've had something important to focus on at the same time as getting one of these lurgies that are flying around and one of my super migraines. So it's been fun, but I hope wherever you are across the globe that you are having had a wonderful week and having a good weekend. Okay, if it's not been so great, all right, I'm sending you lots of love and lots of healing your way. I put the mic there. Sorry about that, interrupting our little space, but I did record for you and I was going to post, but the microphones had ran out. I have two, one I wear and one usually to the side of me. You can't see, but for whatever reason, both of them ran out and the sound went. So we're doing it again. We're starting from scratch. Fresh reading. So as always, we're going to go over the very basic meaning of your first card. We're going to shuffle some cards together and some charms if I remember, and then as a spiritualist medium I'm going to tune in. I'm going to see what messages spirit and the cards give to us today. As I was opening up, going through my security system, as I call it, they were like measuring me up, getting me to lift my arms and taking all measurements. And I thought, how strange is that? And I was given the word event. So it could be personal for me, or it could be part of this reading, the message of events and being measured up, like for an outfit, like not that I've been to a tailor, but it was measuring my measurements for this outfit, and they put this beautiful outfit on me, and then they was taking me into space. And I have had other readings for other channel that I do that was giving me more global readings and a lot to do with space. So we'll see today if the same things come out. Okay, so let's get on to the very basic meaning. The Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is new perspective. So these are just some of the meanings, okay? Can have multiple meanings. So new perspective, patience, surrender, letting go. It could be about, sacrificing something in a situation. It could be enlightenment, awareness, and spiritual insight. But there's so many different facets to that card. So we will come back to that. Let us shuffle some of your main cards. So what have you been up to this weekend? Or have you just been chilling at home and recuperating after a hard week at work? I'd love to know, just because I don't have a life, so it's always good to know what someone else is up to. Okay, oh, that one flew out, so we're going to go with that one. Thank you. Lovely. Let's move that there so you can see everything. Okay, Spirit and the cards. What messages can you bring people across the world today? I'm going to go for that one, because that was sticking out there. Woo, this one's a heavier pack. Multiple cards here. These are beautiful, these ones. The Spirit and the cards. What messages? Oh, these are so much harder to shuffle. I know I always complain about the shuffling. There's bigger issues, isn't there, in the world? So, I don't know why I'm seeing flowers. I'm being given like a bunch of multicolored flowers. I'm just going to take one. So that's very interesting. Could be they're just giving them to me, which is lovely, especially when you're not been feeling great. Or maybe someone's bringing you some flowers. It could be, as always, message remains the same, but it could be all different scenarios, because this is for all different people across the world. It could be like get well. Maybe you're not feeling well, or someone you know is not feeling well, but I'm seeing these flowers. Or it could be more of like a romantic sense, someone bringing these in for you. Okay, let's tune in. Let's tune in, guys. I don't know why I said guys, because I never say guys, but let's just see what we get. And I don't know why, as I'm looking at the card, because I see different images over the card, like played out like a video or a still image, and I'm seeing this man, and he's dangling here, as we can see, this beautiful, beautiful man here, and always reminds me of a ballerina doing the pirouette. If we turn it up this way, this is actually the way the card goes. He's dipping into the water and this atmosphere. It's like he's been dipped into it, you know. It's almost like he's been I'm getting the words dipping your toes into something, all right? That could be part of it. You're trying something new. You're going on this new path. I'm seeing the word avenue, so that could be it. But it could also be like a cleansing. You know, you're doing a cleansing and you're having salt baths or ice baths and you're dipping yourself in, or you know, other activities that will be cleansing to you. So that also could be a facet of the meaning here. But I'm getting the word avenues again, and I'm seeing lots of different pathways, like multiple pathways. Okay, and the word again, dipping your toes in. So are you trying something new, or are you thinking of trying something new? Could be like just a completely new situation coming up unexpectedly that you wasn't expecting, or you was on a certain pathway. Oops, sorry, right now. I'm just going to stick that on. A certain pathway, and out of the blue, you know, your trajectory, I'm seeing that word, has changed. That could be your career, and again, it could be your romantic relationships. It could be friendships. You know, some of you've been friends with for a long time, and all of a sudden that's completely changing, and you're meeting all these new people and getting a different new perspective on life. It's very interesting. Spirit in the cards, have you got my cat Jupi's just jumped up, so you may see him come into the reading. I have a huge candle there, so I have to keep an eye on. Well, it's got a huge flame on it because he likes to set himself on fire, don't you, Jubes? What was I saying? So that's really interesting. So Spirit in the card, can you give me anything else before we move on to the next card? They're giving me the word elementals and elements and different elements to the story. And I was seeing all those different pathways. So that's really interesting. Maybe that will come out as we go on to the other cards. Okay, which card shall I go for next? This is always the conundrum and the decision. Which one? I was drawn to that, so I'm going to go for this one. Shine. May you be a lighthouse. Okay, and if we turn him up the right way, he does have this beautiful sort of light, shining area. It's almost like he's about to come up from something, you know. He was submerged and he's just like he's going to be bursting out through the light there. May you be a lighthouse. And we have the water again here, and we have the water and the here when we're talking about submerging into something. And I'm getting the words cleansing. Shine bright like a diamond, which I have had many times to describe about you, letting your personality shine, letting your talents shine. I'm seeing the words no holding back, okay, and don't be afraid. And now I'm seeing someone, as I'm looking at this card, it's this woman. You could be male or female or unidentified, but they'll just use that as a way to relay the message. And she's stepping forward towards the shore and stepping and dipping her toes in. And that's what I was getting here with this card, you know, dipping your toes into something new. And it's almost like, you know, you're a bit worried, you know, because the water might be a bit cold, or, you know, but once you're in it, is what I'm being shown. And this woman is like relaxing now, and her feet are into the, you know, the sea water, and she's enjoying being submerged in that environment, and she's feeling more confident about herself. And here we have the beautiful light here. Always looks like it's two suns setting, doesn't it, on the horizon. Being given the words new beginnings. So on the horizon, we have new beginnings here. Yeah, and again, submerging yourself into this experience or experiences. It may not just be one thing that's changing and coming your way. Again, I'm getting different trajectory. So being in a completely different direction to what you thought things were going to going. But in the same breath, it's working out better than what you thought. What you had originally planned is what I'm being given here. Is completely changing, but this new direction is bringing you more blessings and more happiness in your life than you could have imagined. I'm being given the word love. So it could be, I'm feeling more romantic love, but it could be love as in, like I said, new friendships. You're loving a new area that you move to, an environment. You're loving new work. But I also feel that I'm seeing doorways opening, and I'm seeing the words as well. It could be, it's opening doorways to new romantic love and partnerships. I'm being given soulmates. So some of you may be meeting your soulmate through these new beginnings and these new pathways and new doorways that you're going through, okay, which is beautiful. If you've been single and not happy in relationships that you're currently in, it's just showing this, whatever this new pathway is and these new things that you'll be doing, this is going to lead you to lots of, I'm seeing the words beautiful experiences in life. I'm feeling quite like emotional, but emotional in a good way, okay. And again, the shine, they're reiterating the shining and letting your colors shine and letting who you are shine out to the world. I feel that you've kind of hidden that from others. You've not showed people your full potential, and you've not even acknowledged your full potential or reached it, maybe in some cases, because you've kind of been hiding behind a bush, or you've been hiding it from the world, maybe because of anxiety or fear, or just because the environment you're in was too small for you. Okay, I'm seeing the words moving on to bigger and better things, so that's beautiful. Okay, they're saying next card. I love that for you. Absolutely love that. Okay, what should we go for next? This one is the one I'm drawn to. Four of Autumn. Be cautious about... Oh, let's get the light off of it so I can read it better. Be cautious about a living... I don't think the A is meant to be in there. But living a life of extremes, or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotion versus building walls that keep people out. So with this card, I think it's very much about, it's a balance, isn't it? It's a balance of things in life. It's also... not with the black and white, and when I was seeing many paths and many opportunities, so it's not shutting off your view to the other beautiful pathways around you available in life, or opportunities, or other people around you. We can be very much some of us black and white, and even if we think we're not black and white thinkers, okay, we can still have particular areas, is what they're showing me here, that we may think too black and white in, okay, whether that's relationships. We may have had past hurts that have led us to think, oh, well, they're all the same, or oh, that's going to happen again, and that can shut off these opportunities and building walls and keeping people away. Or maybe for a certain amount of you, it's you're sharing too much of yourself with others, okay, and about yourself, and that's kind of opening you up to people to take advantage of. So it's kind of keeping that balance, really, isn't it, of ways to be. Or maybe you are saving lots and lots and lots of money, but you're not particularly enjoying your life. You're saving for a rainy day, but you're not enjoying those moments in between. You don't want to wait till you're 80 before you get to enjoy. So it's choosing something that you can they're showing me someone older again, so I'm trying to speak and look at this vision, so let me just focus on it. So they're showing me someone older. Okay, what else do you want to show me with this? They show me someone looking back at their life. Okay, and they may have saved all this money up. They may have this big house. They may have had this amazing job. But the experiences, have they collected lots of, which is more important, is wonderful experiences along the way, and memories. They are to be treasured more than financial gain. Okay, so some of you may be giving up and going off traveling and experiencing new things and going in a completely different direction in your career, or your way of life, or your way of being, is what I'm being shown here. And then when you get to that older age and you look back, it will be so much more contentment and happiness that you did the things that you wanted to do, and you experienced all these wonderful things. Okay, and you'll have all these beautiful memories and like photographs and things to look back on, and stories to tell your family. And I'm being given the word contentment, and within that there is so much more contentment for you. Okay, is the message there. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go into the next card. Wow. Lapis lazuli. Life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. And this beautifully matches perfectly with what I was saying here. I was thinking, what's that on the card? I was thinking, is that part of the card? I apologise here. That isn't part of the card. That's part of a memory of some breakfast or dinner or a drink or a coffee or something that's spilt on here, which I didn't realise had happened. So I'm sure it was a good memory. I'm just trying to fit that in, aren't I? But I apologise for that. I'm laughing inwardly here. So yeah, life-changing epiphany experience. So, a time of big and blessed change. And we're talking about change here. All these different pathways, different perspectives, dipping your toes into these new experiences, okay? And from that, having so many more blessed moments in life, contentment and happiness. I'm just going to, and it could be, you like this. I was talking to this older person looking back on their life and going, you know what, I wish I'd cared less about what other people thought and I'd just done the things that brought me joy. But you may have that sooner rather than later, like now, going, oh, do you know what, I'm fed up with this same humdrum, this same pattern, and not feeling happy with it. So everything completely changes and you seize the opportunities, is the words that I'm seeing here. Right, let me focus a bit here on this card and see anything else. They draw me into the flame. It's like your passions are being reignited. Okay, it could be passions romantically, and you meet someone that fires you up. You meet someone that fires up your creative spark, or it could be you firing it up because you're right. I love music, or I love, creating in whatever way. Just this flame is being released in your passion, and then that gives you the energy and the motivation. Okay. They're giving you a bouncing off of each other. So I do definitely feel there are new people coming in these new pathways and these new environments that you'll be able to bounce off of and create with. It doesn't always have to be creating as in artwork. It could be, business ideas and business plans and stuff like that. Anything else? They're putting this woman, again, you don't have to be female, in angel wings, okay, and she's taking flight. I'm seeing this image over the card, but I'm also seeing other people looking at her on her team or a new team or a new relationships. Your team could be, personal, it could be business wise, but they're looking on, as in awe of what you can do and your skills and things that you perhaps don't even notice about yourself. Okay. And this brings a beautiful energy to this team and this collective. That could be 2 of you, could be 3 of you, could be 10 of you. Okay. I'm getting the words growth, but whatever it is, it's growing something together as well in these new environments and new friendships and new places. How wonderful is that? Is there anything else? They're giving me that song, and they've given me it before. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All right, so maybe some of you sing. Let that out, do everything that allows this light to shine and this energy to move in a positive way. They're giving the word stagnant. So for a lot of you, perhaps have felt quite stagnant and stuck. Well, no more. They're clearing this away, okay? I will look up those lyrics and put those in there for you, but let your light shine. Live your light. Live your light. That wasn't what I intended to say, but that came out. So obviously meant to be live your light. Okay, that's beautiful to end that on. I'm going to do the charms. Just give them a shimmy, shimmy, shake. Shimmy, shimmy, shake. I'm going to take the lid off and I'm going to turn the other way. And I'm going to shimmy these about some more. Ooh, what we got? Beautiful. My favourite one. Okay, one more. I don't know why I'm giving you a musical. I pulled this out in the reading I did that the sound didn't come out in. Okay, so I think this message is important, obviously, here too. This is you letting your little light shine, and mermaids are magical and playful and just exude this beauty and this creativity and everything that we spoke about. And this is your inner light, and your inner being is this beautiful magical mermaid type energy. So it's letting that out into the world, no longer hiding it, and it's cutting away anything that does not serve you as you go into this new era. I'm seeing the word this new life. It's cutting it away. That could be friendships, relationships, the way you think about yourself, where you live. There's a whole plethora of different things this can mean to, but it's cutting away the negative and anything that holds you back. And I'm going to throw that there because that's what we're going to do with it, okay? Let your light shine. Live in your light. Okay, that's beautiful, beautiful message there. Okay, that is the end of your reading. And I feel this was so much love, so much light, and so many blessings. And I will see you in your next reading. God bless.